Okay, so the Knight of Discs and the Page of Swords are, are messages. One, uh, like the Knight of Discs can be a very slow moving. I'm actually going to pull a clarifier for these. I'm going to pull a clarifier for both of those, having them in the center. And it's not very clear if it's an energy or if it's an actual person. A lot of times when I get those cards, I know instantly whether it's a person or if it's just the energy that's going to be surrounding you. Okay. Okay. So having the Knight of Discs here, it's definitely a person who is coming in with a message that's going to be hard to hear, and you're not going to want to hear it. Strength reversed. It's not. It's like the opposite of fun. But the Knight of Discs often comes in. This is an Earth sign, so this is going to be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And then we have Strength, which is the sign of Leo. So they're bringing a message about, everything that is exciting. And it's like it's looking over at the relationship. So I feel like it's linked up here. And then we have the Page of Swords, and so this is a message of mind. This is a message about your thoughts. It's communication, and it's like letting you know that you're okay. This is the Page of Swords is saying, hey, you're not going to be left out in the cold. Stop thinking like that. That's ridiculous. Everything's going to be fine. And I feel like it's linked to career. And so if you're worried about career, there's no need to worry. And with the Knight of Discs here, I think you're going to have to really hold strong in yourself when it comes to the Knight of Discs, and that's earthly realms. So we have the Page of Cups. You have so many just messages coming in. Page of Cups, then the Six of Cups, and the Three of Swords reversed. So, this is being very nostalgic, and somebody could be returning from your past, saying, hey, I would love to be with you. Let's make this work. And you need to know that this is the Three of Swords. And a lot of times when it's upright, it's about betrayal. It's about third party. But when it's the Three of Swords, it's often, let bygones be bygones. Let's let this, it's not as severe and it's easily rectified. It's not necessarily somebody cheating. It could just be somebody not being present and not reacting quickly or in the way that you had anticipated. So this could definitely be somebody in Mercury retrograde. This feels more so like that than anything, is that somebody from the past is coming in and saying, hey, I'm so sorry, I messed up in the past, I've changed, and I really just want to see what's going to happen. And in this situation, I would definitely say, hey, let's have dinner, and give them at least that and see where it goes. Just having the Three of Swords, it's like they messed up, but I think they recognize it. In career, we have, okay, so before I go on to career, back to relationship. If you are single, this kind of works with everyone. Single is definitely, somebody coming from your past saying, hey, let's get together, go to dinner. Now, if you are attached and you're getting this message from somebody else, then this could definitely be that you are tempted. You are tempted by this person, even though you're in an established relationship. You're still tempted to see what happens with this person from the past, and there's definitely something there. But just know that the potential for a betrayal is there, and you need to do the best that you can to stay in a higher level and in your truth and honesty. And so that could be what this strength is all about. The Knight of Discs is kind of tempting you to kind of like, come with me. I have riches. I have beautiful things for you. Come on, let's go. And you're like, and you might need to have the strength to say, sorry, I'm taken. I need to not do that. Now, in career, we have the Seven of Wands, the Lovers, and then the Three of Discs. So there's a battle going on, and it feels like it's really close to your heart. Having the Lovers here is it could be somebody who you really respect and admire in your career. And you guys aren't working together. You guys are like, you don't see eye to eye. There's some friction there. And it could be over the fact that you don't feel appreciated by them. You don't feel like they are acknowledging your skills and where you are. And, that could cause, an issue because you really admire and respect them, and you've been working your butt off to prove yourself to them, and they're not seeing it. So then it's like this connection at work you're going to get a little feisty over. And they might not see what the big deal is. They're like, what's the big deal? Why are you so upset? We know you're fine. You're doing just great. And you're like, yeah, but you don't tell anyone this. You don't give me any accolades over it. And I want that to change. And having the Lovers here, it's a very strong bond and connection with your work and with those who are working with you. So having that, knowing that bond is really, really strong. I feel like you guys are going to absolutely be able to work it out, but it's just going to take, you standing your ground. Okay, so then in finances, we have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and then the Awakening, which is Judgment. Okay. So this is asking you to leave something behind, and somebody's going to be asking you to leave something behind. So it could be leave your past behind, because this has to do with financial, and financial also kind of permeates everything. It could be a lawsuit that's not working anymore. It could be, just anything that has to do with finances and contracts and ideas. And you just have to kind of, that can make you money, and you just kind of have to let them go. And you're going to get a message of what you need to let go. And it's going to be passionate. It's like this person is going to be like, please, I want you to do well. I want you to succeed. Please move on. Move on. This is ridiculous. You need to, dig deep. Because Judgment is ruled by Pluto. And this is called the Awakening, which I actually love the name Awakening better than Judgment, because it is. It's definitely an awakening, because right after that you have the world, so you have to open your eyes to see the world. But you have to dig deep and break some ties to carry on, because it's financially sucking you dry. And you can't keep doing that. It's just not sustainable. Okay. And then in health, we have Four of Wands, Transformation, and Justice. So this is, you're going to be having fun in January. You're going to be partying in a way. And it could just be to kind of block out everything that's going on. And so you're going to go out and drink and be merry. And your body is going to say, no, I can't, you can't do that. And you're going to come up on some health issues that pop up in January, because you get what you give. And you've been kind of slacking when it comes to the health aspect of yourself, or this. I don't like to necessarily just call it like health, because then people think it's just food and working out, but this is the mind body spirit connection. There's something that isn't, once again, connecting. It's like you're dampering some of the situations. I feel like mostly it has to do with physical. You're kind of like pushing that one to the side, and your body's like, ah, and your mind's like, ah, and your spirit's like, give me, I need more than what you're giving me. And it's going to let you know, and you're going to have to react to it, or else, a sickness could really show up that will kind of dampen your month. And it could just be a cold or the flu, but it could also be, stress induced. So take care of yourself. Okay. Let's call in the angels. Okay, this one. Indigo. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. And I feel like this could link to relationship or absolutely career. Yeah, or it could just be you, to tell you the truth. It could be that you are the natural born leader, right, Pisces? And that you just need to step into your role of leading instead of being a follower. Instead of just going with the flow. This person you are inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural born leader. Yeah, I get the sense that it's more you. It's more you. That you have to lead your life. That you're letting, people from the past kind of dictate you in relationships. And then in career, it's like you're fighting with somebody about the amazing work you're doing. You have to stand up for yourself and be your own leader in your world. And this is linked financially. Some situations are going to pop up financially that are going to be less than ideal, and you're going to have to, step away from something that you may have really enjoyed, but it's just time to let it go, and because it's financially draining you. And so you have to lead your way on that. And then with your body, mind, body, spirit connection is begging you to lead.